As we're entering the Anthropocene, various new groups are appearing to create the essential types of change that we need today, including environmental action groups, campaigns for social reforms, justice and equality, while others want to improve social cohesion, reduce crime, improve laws, and develop new technology. But there are also the disenfranchised, the dispossessed, alternative subcultures where people can get away from it all. And these people are taking the blame for many of society's problems as they do not have a voice. For example, employed get the blame for problems with the economy because they are lazy. Not the people who create jobs who refuse to reinvest their money in the economy. In reality, it is really the case that the rules governing the economic system determine whether an investment is profitable or not, which is why governments created the welfare state, as this is a proven fact. So many voters still believe in the rhetoric of postmodern era politics instead of wanting to get on with solving today's problems and would prefer to dwell on nostalgia from times gone by. Right now, in many ways, it's optional. Many people living in postmodernity want a significant amount of thinking more in terms of the Anthropocene. And the type of postmodernity that we're living now is now much closer to the Anthropocene than it was at the start, but still many of its institutions persist from that period. So things will remain this way until the world really starts to shift as a whole, which I guess will begin with the official announcement of the Anthropocene by the Anthropocene Working Group and the International Union of Geological Sciences, who, of course, are going to have a profound effect on governments. But even then, there will be some people and communities who continue to hold mostly postmodern values, just as there are people who still practice religions from thousands of years ago. As religions, cultures, and belief systems can adapt to changing times as they contain compound symbolism which can be used to focus the mind and body towards coping with different circumstances. Thus, they are still important in terms of interpreting the way the world is changing to their followers and helping communities to function. It is a big shift to go through in terms of social values. Many intelligent people will be staying home watching Netflix rather than getting involved in the situation, which is understandable. But as the situation develops, it will involve us. Right now, I'm only suggesting people get ready for what's going to happen because it will initiate a change in the way people think and behave. So it is obviously going to be beneficial to realize what's happening. In practical terms, is there anything that we can do in particular? Anyone who doesn't have one, please, can you create an email address? Because this gives you a home on the internet so you can send and receive information and personal messages. You can also use it to register with other websites, shop and use banks online, and apply for work and create an online profile, including a digital picture of yourself and a CV. I have a website at neilpitts.website2.me, which means people can find links to everything I've written and all the interviews I've done. Social networking is easy with websites like LinkedIn and Facebook, although through these it's possible to find other people with common interests and share information. Microsoft Word Online is free and easy to use, and there are other templates for all types of communications, like CVs, cover letters, and other types of application, personal letters, and business emails. Websites like Canva can be used to make slideshow presentations, and I recently used it to make a simple explanation of why we're heading into the Anthropocene for TikTok. It's easy to find advice from professionals on all manner of everyday things, from car maintenance to skiing, social history, science, and sport. On YouTube, there are a broad variety of documentaries, presentations, and video lectures, demonstrations, and other information, and the people who get ahead on this will become aware of the latest debates, information, and methods. Joining a Facebook page such as International Politics, History, and Current Affairs will give you fresh debates on a daily basis from different social perspectives. Like I've said before, we can better observe and understand what's happening in the world via the internet, but we need to learn to use it in many different ways. On a personal level, it really comes down to what we do as to how our lives will change. But now it is easier to follow events and look at how events are represented and discussed in the media, film studios, and look at a wide range of issues related to society. So no matter how slow you feel to start with, there are simple ways to catch up with understanding global events and the societies we live in. The most important thing is to get going in the right direction. In the next video, I'll be talking about how the shift to the Anthropocene should affect our lives in personal terms. So stay tuned, because as well as changes to the big picture, there will also be changes to philosophy and the rules governing interpersonal relationships. In the meantime, thank you for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel for further updates.